It's something it's something that is interesting for the audience. Maybe it's for a goalkeeper because you're a goalkeeper. Is it the most difficult spot between the legs and just next to the legs? Because I know, like, when you go on the stick side, it's a beautiful save and it's nice try, but it's easy for you, no? A high stick side drag flick. Seriously, it's just like. I mean, is it between the legs? Is it the most efficient way to score? Is it really that difficult for a goalie?
First of all, stick side high, stick side low, it's not easy to save. It's maybe a bit more comfortable because in the past years, drag flickers became better. Goalkeepers had to be better on making the big saves with the stick low or high. But in the past, let's say from the World Cup on, more and more drag flicks go towards the goalkeeper because it's super hard once you're in tension and it's just 14 meters. Out of 14, and then they drag 1.5 meter, and then a rocket comes towards you. It's super hard. You're fully in tension with your legs. It's super hard to move your legs quick enough. With your hands, you're way quicker. So it's more and more challenging for a keeper to get these balls, especially when it's a good fake, a really hard drag flick. It can be the most efficient one. And we've seen it during the whole European Cup. A lot of PCs just go towards the keeper.
Who's the best drag flicker in the world right now?
I think still Payet, although he's not playing international hockey, it's still him for sure. I do think that in the last couple of years, the PCD evolved so much that before you could, as a drag flicker, you could try to go anywhere, and then for the goal, it was too big, the goal. Now the PCD has evolved so much that the goalkeeper has to take care of a smaller space. You know, okay, this is my side, if it's there, it's the runner or the lineman, whatever. So now the flickers are adapting to that as well. And I do think, of course, that between the legs, it really depends on the kind of goalie you are. I'm a coach, so I'm always studying, okay, let's see this goalie, his center of balance is really low, so maybe you can go between the legs because he will take more time to go to close the legs. So it's depending every kind of goalkeeper, of course, where's their weak spot. It's a lot of analysis behind it. And I'm sure when you see a player going between the legs, it's not that it was not a good flick, but they really study, okay, I really think he will not be quick enough to do it, and they go for it.
Do you really think they try to go between the legs? They try to keep it center, right? A bit.
No, they really go for the between the legs.
Like really part, always go between the leg, eh? You know it for sure.
Yeah.
Always, 90%. You know he's going there, and you see every match he's scoring, and guys, you know he's doing it, but it's too difficult, eh?
Yeah, but even if that's the thing when I say as a goalkeeper, it's even if you know it, you also want to be ready for everything else.
Of course.
And then you're like,
okay, I don't want to be between the legs. Boom.
Yeah, and then it's coming, and maybe it's not the hardest flick, but it's just a hard move to close your legs. It's just it. But of course, everybody expects from a goalkeeper to save balls between the legs because it also looks shit. Yeah, it does.
It looks like it's your fault, eh?
Yeah, and it also is, because we are supposed to close our legs.
I do think also in the goal from Tom Boom, there was also, they went from the second castle, the runners are crossing in front of the goalie. It's really hard to see the ball coming. I think it's not easy to defend there. And maybe somebody that is not so into hockey would say, hey, that goalkeeper should stop it. I think it's really difficult.
It's certainly now the PC defense it became really important. Like your first runner is really closing the whole half of the goal so that your goalie can really focus on his stick side and between his legs. But if you switch castles, you take the first castle, you can drag flick on the left side of the first runner, or on the right side if you look at the drag flicker. So by switching this, it's a really good tactical choice, and it's not really easy for PC defense to run at this. That's why I think most teams are playing two castles now.
You have to give credits to the PCD, especially to the first runners. They became so much better over the past 3-4 years. Nice story about this, the Malaysian team. Until the World Cup 2018, the time before, 1.5 years, they haven't conceded one direct PC. Because they have two guys running suicide, closing more than half of the goal, and the keeper is just standing next to the post like this and waiting for the ball.
You want that runner, for you?
Yeah, I wanted that. Big time. It's such a luxury to have those kind of runners.